again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended family, just thank you so much for the love and support you are constantly giving me. Those beautiful vibes that I push out towards you, you are kindly bringing them right back to me. And that is truly love. And that's a big blessing to me. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if the videos are very uplifting to you, informative, and gives you good vibes that you would love to share with the loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times at the moment, and just needing spiritual guidance or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give you a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And thank you so much for the love and support. And the music that I'm listening to, excuse me, in the background is called Heal Spirituality, Hypnosis for Connecting to Your Higher Self, Super Consciousness Opening, Pure Tone. And I'll go ahead and post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today, y'all was busting out laughing because I was trying to find a thumbnail for this. It says, Twin Flame 101, Heyoka, you have set healthy boundaries. Now, negativity is in its feelings because it didn't get the invite. What you say? I was like, when I was writing it down, all of a sudden I just seen Kevin Hart saying, no, he ain't ready. No. It's like, see here. Y'all tried this last week with me, and I wasn't with it, and I'm not in with it today. I was just listening to that in my head and just cracked up laughing. Anybody know who Kevin Hart is? He played on the movie with Jumanji, and all the other things. But it's like I've noticed that when you allow yourself, you know what you have time for. You know what you're going to deal with and what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. When you're allowing yourself to love yourself at the highest level of love and all is is gifts and gabs, you can allow yourself to really allow, you are not going to allow somebody to come in your life that you already know going to wreak havoc on you. You have those type of people that really need some help or needing somebody to vent to, but it's just like every time they come around they have this heavy 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 energy that no matter what you try to tell them, they're never going to see anything positive out of what things go on. Or you dealing with somebody who's very narcissistic and just feel like you got that that stamp of approval for an empath, and they were like, oh, here, let us deal with emotionally damaging ass people. No, they're not going to be dealing with all those things. When I allow myself to know, it took a lot for me to start placing boundaries on me communicating, placing boundaries about certain people being in my space. I just couldn't take it no more because I had to allow myself to know, you nothing can affect you unless you allow it to. There are certain things I haven't told people, even when they have dealt with somebody with some dark art type stuff that's going on with them. I've dealt with a few people like that. And I said the energy they carry, it has to be that type of person that you have to invite in. And I'm like, I don't, no. You got to play that, that force field that you need to put up in that way to where you allow yourself to know what is healthy for you and what's not healthy for you. We're all out there trying to heal and trying to find our place in the world where we're not, carrying around all these, these scars as well as that energy of being very defensive. But you have to allow yourself to know what is healthy for you and what is not healthy for you. There are so many people that I've actually had to cut cords from that is like every time I talk to them, it was like a life crisis going on. And, some of the things that I had to really talk to them about, I'm like, look, they will always come to me, I wouldn't mind if you're coming to me for, advice, but you're looking for me to save the day for you. And I'm that type of person. I can help you all day, but it's up to you if you want to help yourself, because somebody can't do I can't walk the journey for you. You have to be able to walk that journey for yourself. I was just placed in your life for you to either learn off of me learning off of you, or help you along the way to give you the knowledge and the insight for you to keep going for your next steps. And then we part ways. And there were so many people that, it would be, I know you probably dealt with this before, but it's just the fact is, like, how somebody can call you and you're looking at that phone like, oh, hell no, because I already know what this is going to be about. It's you already felt the energy when they were reaching out and touching you on that phone. There are so many people I don't looked at that phone and seen it ring, and I'm like, no, I already see what kind of damage you bringing to me, you know, um, and all that, because it's like I've experienced through this awakening of people, calling yourself their friend, but they got these passive aggressive ways of coming at you to see if they can be able to pull that with you. And they're wondering why they don't barely have anybody they can talk to. It's like a chain of events that people deal with. And a lot of times we don't realize that universe allows us to get set up for this, because whatever you are lacking, and I say this a lot, but I know there's a lot of new people that are subscribing as well. When you're lacking something in your life, they will put these type of scenarios in your life for you to be able to learn from. Allow people to not invade your space. Certain people will try to bring you into their storm. You got to stop them and bring them into your peace. You're not supposed to do that. There's a lot of times I even didn't realize when I first started my situation, or, starting to know the truth about my situation. I was somewhat like of an energy vampire, and didn't realize I was doing that because of all the things that I was dealing with. That it was kind of like a shock to me, because I really didn't have, you know, um, that person I can really talk to unload my issues on, and being able to try to understand what has taken place in my life. Like, this can't be real. This cannot be going on in my life. I know this did not happen. Oops, sorry, y'all, I almost dropped my phone. But it was really hard for me to really understand why certain things had to transpire into my life. For you to be able to respect your worth, and it's not saying that this is the biggest thing, but it is a big thing for you. It's like, especially when you're going through major transition, it's like your aura is so sensitive, very sensitive. And people are like, why, if you can be around a negative person, they're like sucking the life out of you. And you don't even know it at times, and you wonder why you're drained. You have to put up those not, very healthy boundaries, where you're allowing yourself to, you have a certain amount of feet that you can come towards me with all that, because I know there's times where I know I'm somewhat, I always tell people I'm somewhat like a empath social worker, or some kind of empath counselor, whatever, where I'm going off on my way, and I'm learning and taking the things that I learned from different experiences I've, been in, to where, it's supposed to help people. And it's just like, there was a few people I truly had to cut off, and I didn't want to do that. But there was things that was going on in their life that was very dark. And whatever these things had to go in full circle for it to be able to be complete. And I had to be able to separate myself, because for me, just helping somebody like that, it would have brought me into that cycle of all the heaviness they got dealt with. Like, I mean, it just looked like somebody put roots on them, because it's like everything was just like heavy, and I had to really cut myself off. And I'm just like, look, even when I was able to read them or channel them, I'm like, whoa, whatever stuff you got going on, I can't help you with that. That had to be, that had to be going on. That has to go full cycle before I can even do anything. And I still probably won't be able to help you, just because the fact is, I'm just sitting up here helping you. I'm gonna be an innocent bystander and then get caught up in something that had nothing to do with me. I'm not, no. No, there are certain times you got to say no. And it's hard to do that at times, going through a lot of different things. Even when I've seen people that were so-called supposed to be my friends. And if I straight tell you, and I don't understand why when you tell somebody this and they still try to try you. I've told people that I talk to, I can read people's frequency. I can read it and know when they're up to something, or they're trying to get me locked and loaded in something where they're trying to block me on something, and you still test my intelligence like that. And then wondering why things are popping off left and right in your life and things are not happening the way you want it to. When you're trying to break your neck and come all the way over here to worry about what I'm doing and what's going on in my life, and you're trying to intentionally block that, and then you going around doing your thing, and then you wonder why things are falling apart. You can't, no. And I had to really do that. So there's like barely anybody I talk to, out of this little social realm that I have. It's like people that I talk to is pertaining to like the videos and stuff like that, and how I can help them, or what universe gives me a message to be able to give them at that time. Other than that, I really don't talk to nobody. And it's not like I'm putting a shield up or anything like that, but I'm being very selective about how far I let somebody in, just because I've been having it happen back to back to back to back. And it's not about putting a wall up, but being very selective about the things that I talk about, whether it's on here or well it's in the physical form. Like, I'm talking to somebody. It's only so much that I'm feeling like being talking to. So it's just like I had to really allow myself to really see things for what they are. And it's just like when you need that peace of mind, and your self value of you having that peace of mind, it will make you get very serious about that. When even when it comes to family, it was hurtful when I had to just steady, just completely cut my family off. And with me being adopted, that was the only family I knew is within my adoption. But when I seen the things that has transpired in my life and what was out there to be fed, how they, certain people wanted other people to see me, it was just me. Okay, how about, I don't want to know if you knew or what you don't know. I'll cut everybody off. Just straight cut everybody off. I just didn't have time, because it's like when it's like messing with my mental health, and as well as me trying to figure out, are you here for the real deal, or are you trying to be here, to try to stop something? So it's just like I had to be able to put that, that healthy boundaries up, and what I will deal with and what I don't. It's even when I'm dealing with here, you know, um, there's times I tell y'all, hey, you can come contact me on Facebook, Messenger, we'll talk all day, but it's like when it comes to people overseas, I know it's going to be crazy hours that they're going to text me, just because I know we're like 7, 8 hours difference. So I don't mind that. But if I know you're in the United States and you got a wife at home and you're sitting up here texting me like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, don't bring me into your drama. I'll be telling people real quick, and there's some of them that look like my love bugs, be like, Roslynn, we work late at night, so I'm always asleep during the daytime. I said, okay, but don't get mad if I sit up here and I'm not able to, text you around that time, because I took my ringer off and stuff like that during the nighttime, because I barely get sleep anyway. But I said, if it's something like a, life and death emergency, then it's no problem. But if you're just doing it just to be doing it, and I hate to be that way with people, but it's like you have to be able to respect my boundaries. You have to, because it's like I could be just helping you with you trying to come to terms with what you're doing, who you are, or something like that, and then you're married. And then next, you don't brought me into some stuff with your wife and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna be upset, because I'm like, dude, I told y'all to, you got to pick very good hours for me. Not after 10:30 my time, Pacific Standard Time. I think that's what Georgia is. But other than that, I just need to have that respect, in that time. Because I always tell people, if you're overseas, I can understand why you're texting me 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because it might be, 7 or 8 o'clock in the afternoon there. So I understand, I get that. But the people in US it don't make no sense. But I know there's some of my love bugs that work at night and they sleep during the day, so I understand that. But I tell people, just for me to be able to keep my sanity and get my sleep in, I turn everything on silent, and then I'll get to it as soon as I can, just for me to be able to do that. And there's been certain people that keep being repetitive and say, hey, don't text me around this time. There's no reason for me to talk to nobody's husband or nobody's boyfriend at that late at night, when I'm not even trying to get to know them like that. I'm just straight, professional level. And then, people start getting to that thing, and I will end up having to block them, just because I had to be repetitive with that. And I said, I don't like repeating myself on nothing, but you have to be able to respect it. So it's just anything when you know you have placed a boundary on your just on your life, in your energy. You have to be very picky about who you let in and out your life like that. And what are you going to allow and what you don't allow. I know at times it might be hard to do that, but you have to be able to do that to let people know you're serious about the things that you're going on in your life, because right now you're going through a major transition. You don't have time to be sitting up here getting all that energy that somebody, it could be all over the place, or it could be really dark. Because I've noticed that when we start going through these spiritual transitions and spiritual awakenings, it starts inviting a lot of dark stuff in. And you got to really be prepared for that. Like, why is your energy feeling like this? And why do I want to back up? All those different things, you have to be able to understand your patience and where it's trying to take you to, understanding where what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with. When you start putting those healthy boundaries up, especially when it comes to narcissists, they don't like being in boundaries. They want to be able to do what they want to do. They want to feel like they're justified to say and do anything because they have that right to do that, and you have to be, because it's just like when I see myself and I know it's about to get into an argument, and I'm always that type of person that I got to have the last word. I'm not about to waste my energy on something I already know you're not going to admit, even though I know that you did it, and you don't want to admit to it because that means that they're flawed. They're not going to want to do that. So it's just like, don't even waste your time with no narcissist, because you'll be you can get more out of a daggone brick wall talking to it before you get it out of them. So it's just allow yourself to give you that self-respect of when you put a healthy boundary up, no negativity is not going to like that, because they want to be able to come in and out when they want to. But when you start having that boundary up, you'll start seeing a lot of things change for the better for yourself. So allow that to be happen. Don't engage in something you already know is going to accelerate you into anger, because you're at this point in time, you don't need that. Everybody's from where I'm feeling right now, there's a lot of people in manifestation mode right now, so that you don't need to be undergoing any kind of negative situation unless it's something that can't be helped. Then that's all of that's a total big difference. But if it's something you already see that you can have the upper hand of control of, don't allow yourself to get engaged in that, because it's like when you see somebody trying to argue with you about something, they're trying to pick a bone. Hey, can you talk? Because if you can't, if it's going to be like one of those yelling matches, I don't really want to discuss anything with you. You can come to me when you calm down, or when they're trying to talk to you any kind of way. I know you're not talking to me, so until you calm down, don't we don't have anything to talk about. And if they still try to overtalk you, like I said, we don't have to talk about that. And when you're allowing yourself to stop that conversation from happening, they can't really say anything because you're not engaging with that. Because if you start walking off and acting like you're ignoring them, narcissists don't like that. They really don't. So you allow yourself to walk away from anything that's not positively serving you. Your time, that's one thing you don't get back, is your time being wasted. And nobody likes being, having their time wasted. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Um, you can drop a line, let me know if you resonate. It's truly appreciated. If you have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a line, let me know if if you are resonating with this or not. Or share. You'll appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to bring to light and into your reality comes 100 times more than what you asked for, and comes sooner than you expected it. And this is going to be my last video, y'all. I'm going to give a post notification shout out to Weston. Much love to you. Welcome to the fam. Thanks for dropping the heart emoji. It's really appreciated. And I will see y'all, Lord willing, I'll be seeing y'all. Well, you'll be hearing from me tomorrow. And I hope y'all have a blessed day, and, have blessings of love and light throughout the week. It's really, truly, I pray for that all for y'all. So make sure you give out love, light, prosperity, as well as positivity vibes. It's truly appreciated. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I will see y'all much later. Peace. Be well.